What if I told you that one of the most secure vaults in the world might be completely empty? For decades, Fort Knox has been synonymous with impenetrable security, home to what is said to be over 4,500 metric tons of gold, worth around $425 billion. But here's the catch. No one has publicly seen this gold for nearly 50 years. And now Elon Musk wants answers. In a stunning turn of events, Musk, alongside the Department of Government Efficiency, has proposed an unprecedented audit, one that could finally reveal the truth about America's gold reserves. Could Fort Knox actually be empty? Or is there a reason why its doors have remained sealed for so long? Let's uncover the secrets, security, and conspiracies behind Fort Knox, and explore what an audit could mean for the world economy.
Yeah, this is why I think like a tour of Fort Knox would be awesome. Like a live tour of Fort Knox, we can actually see. It's like, is the gold there or not? They say it is. Like, is it real, or did somebody spray paint some lead? You know?
Imagine if it's not.
Imagine if it's not all there. Like some of it's missing. Where to go?
What if a lot of it's missing? What if like half of it's missing?
I mean, how do we even know?
I don't know. They said the last time they let someone look at it was decades ago.
Yeah. Well, I believe the last formal audit was in the 50s. So I'm like, okay.
Oh my God! Just think about all the other things.
Maybe we should check it again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
To understand the present, we must first go back in time. The United States Bullion Depository, commonly known as Fort Knox, was established in the 1930s, a time when America's economy was in freefall. The Great Depression had left the financial system in chaos, and in 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt took drastic action. He signed Executive Order 6102, requiring all Americans to surrender their gold to the U.S. government. Why? Because back then, the dollar was tied to gold, and by controlling the supply, the government could stabilize the economy. But where do you store such a massive fortune? That's where Fort Knox comes in. In 1936, the U.S. Treasury built the most secure vault in the world in Kentucky, right next to a military base. With solid granite walls, a blast-proof roof, and a 22-ton steel vault door, Fort Knox was designed to be impenetrable. It soon became the primary storage facility for America's gold reserves, reaching a peak of over 20,000 metric tons by the 1940s. But today, only about 4,500 metric tons remain, and some claim that even that is just a myth. Fort Knox isn't just heavily guarded, it's one of the most secretive places on Earth. The facility is surrounded by barbed wire fences, motion detectors, armed military personnel, and a minefield. The airspace above is restricted, meaning no aircraft can legally fly over it. Inside, the vault's combination is split among multiple people, so no single person knows the entire code. With all this secrecy, you'd think they were hiding something more valuable than gold. And that's exactly what conspiracy theorists believe. Over the years, countless rumors have emerged. Some claim the gold was quietly removed decades ago. Others believe Fort Knox is actually storing something else: alien artifacts, secret documents, or even nuclear weapons. And then there's the idea that Fort Knox is just an empty fortress, a psychological deterrent meant to project economic strength. The last time the public got even a glimpse inside was in 1974, when a hand-picked group of journalists and congressmen were allowed a brief tour. They saw some gold, but skeptics argue that it was staged, just a small portion to keep the public satisfied. Since then, Fort Knox has been completely off limits. That is, until now. Elon Musk, never one to shy away from controversy, has publicly questioned whether Fort Knox still contains America's gold.
Yeah. Well, I believe the last formal audit was in the 50s. So I'm like, okay.
Oh my God! Just think about all the other things.
Maybe we should check it again.
Maybe.
Teaming up with the Department of Government Efficiency, he's proposing a full audit, but not just any audit. Musk wants a live-streamed public event where every single bar of gold is accounted for in real time. The idea has divided opinions. Some say this is a bold move toward transparency, ensuring that taxpayers know where their nation's wealth is. Others argue that revealing the gold reserves, or worse, proving they don't exist, could trigger global financial chaos. If the world finds out that the US doesn't actually have the gold it claims, the value of the dollar could plummet, and financial markets could spiral into
We're not
uncertainty.
going to joke around with Elon. He's not going to be able to push his way past the door. But let's go back in history. He says it has never been audited. Well, I pulled up the facts today on it, and I was a little surprised to see that it's been audited on a semi-regular basis. It says, according to the Mint and the Mint Reserve people, that it was audited in 1974 by a group of journalists and Congress members. Now, the Congress members were Senator John Tower, a Republican from Texas, Representative Phil Crane, a Republican from Illinois, and Representative John Ruslot, a Republican representative from California, along with the U.S. Mint director at the time, who was Mary Brooks. They toured it. They saw what they needed to see. They realized that everything was there. You know, the gold hasn't disappeared, the aliens haven't taken it, and Elon's not going to get it. Again, in 2017, there was a tour given by the Treasury Secretary, Steven Mnuchin. He went in to verify that the gold was there. The most heavily guarded fort on U.S. soil, covered with advanced technology and covered with advanced photography equipment. No one's stealing anything. No one's taking the gold out. It's not being flown out by little Martians or by drones or secreted out in people's pockets. It's not happening.
Would such an audit restore trust, or would it do more harm than good? That's the billion-dollar question. So what's really inside Fort Knox? A mountain of gold? Empty vaults? Or something even more secret? With Elon Musk pushing for answers, we might be closer than ever to finding out the truth. But the question remains, if the gold is really there, why not prove it? And if it's missing, where did it go? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Fort Knox still holds its gold, or is it all just a carefully guarded illusion? And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and click the screen to watch how DeepSeek beat OpenAI hands down within 24 hours. Until next time, stay curious.